again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny content related video on the Rise of Iron expansion. Now, we had 50 plus screenshots released by Bungie at Gamescom, and since that was released, we were able to go through for a viewing pleasure and see a bunch of cool new things. We're breaking that down on the channel right now and talking about the weapon screenshots. Now, first off, I'm going to talk about a couple of the exotics being added in Destiny. Now, some of them are screenshots from the video, some of them aren't. Moving on, we have the Gjallarhorn and the Iron Gjallarhorn. The Iron Gjallarhorn is obtainable by pre-ordering Rise of Iron, and the normal Gjallarhorn is going to be a quest item out of the game of Destiny. Now, yes, the Wolfpack rounds still work thanks to the Wretched Eye Strike gameplay we got to see at Gamescom, and yes, they still work effectively and do tremendous amounts of damage, as you can see from the gameplay. Moving on, we have the Thorn, and yes, Thorn is still returning to year 3, and Thorn is coming from year 1. It was nerfed down a long time ago, and it was pretty much removed from the game of year 2, and it's moving back alongside the Gjallarhorn. Then we have the Causal Stav, a very interesting exotic auto rifle that's going to be pretty much used as a pulse rifle, a scout rifle, or an auto rifle at will, and has about 100 different combinations of perks that you can use to run alongside any kind of gameplay that you're going to be doing and any person's style. So whatever style you have, customize it to your liking. Moving on, we have the Nemesis Star. The Nemesis Star is pretty much a exotic machine gun, and yes, it has been confirmed that this machine gun is exotic, and it's from the Nadir faction foundry, and pretty much can't wait to see how this works in Crucible or in PvE events, but as of the gameplay, it looks pretty interesting, and yes, we did get some screenshots of this weapon as well. Moving on to the final exotic we're going to talk about in this video is the Trespasser. It's an exotic sidearm, and yes, a lot of sidearms are being added to the game of Destiny thanks to Rise of Iron, and we'll be able to play around with sidearms pretty much freely at will because a lot of us are going to be getting them probably day 1. Now, the Trespasser, the only gameplay we got to see was a triple tap kind of style little video clip in the trailer, and yes, it does have triple tap, it seems like, and I can't wait to see how that works in Crucible. Probably going to be a pretty interesting sidearm to run. Now we can finally drop Drake's Promise. Moving on to the normal legendary weapons we'll be able to acquire out of Trials and Iron Banner. We're going to go over the Iron Banner ones first. The Iron Lords had pretty much special looking, old style, pretty much new age technology weapons. It was pretty much almost kind of cavemen like. They have pretty much blades on every gun except for the rocket launcher. The very first one I want to talk about is the shotgun Winter's End. As you can see, a blade on the barrel. And yes, a lot of them have this exact same theme. Moving on, we have the auto rifle showcased in the Game Informer magazine, known as the Unbent Tree. And can't wait to see what perks are on this one as well, because look at that blade on that barrel. Pretty interesting. Now, the one weapon we can go over that didn't have a blade on it, but pretty much looked like a reskinned Gjallarhorn, was the rocket launcher known as Titanium Orchid. Then we also have the hand cannon, the lingering song, and yes, still again, spikes and blades. There's a theme here that's pretty interesting that we'll go over pretty shortly. Then we have a fusion rifle known as Saladin's Vigil, and then we have a sniper rifle known as But Not Forgotten. But Not Forgotten has a huge bayonet-like spear on the end of it, and pretty much all in all goes along with the theme with spikes and blades. Now, this theme with spikes and blades probably refers to the perk tree that's on these weapons. Maybe it has something related to the whole fact of melees. Maybe there's a considerable amount of melee damage out of the Iron Banner weapons now. Maybe there's perks based around melees and gaining your super from melees or something like that. Something along the lines of using melees, though, is probably guaranteed with this weapon line. The final weapon I want to discuss is the Trials of Osiris Scout Rifle, the Burning Eye. And yes, this was featured in the screenshots and the only weapon we really got to see a very clear shot of. The Trials Scout Rifle, the Burning Eye, looks really interesting, and I cannot wait to see the other weapons coming out of Trials of Osiris in year 3. It pretty much goes along with how the armor looks. It's got sharp, jagged edges, a really interesting design with blue and gold, and all in all, looks absolutely fantastic. And there you guys have it. Guardians, that's all the information for this video. You got to see pretty much 5 new exotics coming to Destiny. Technically 3 new exotics and 2 old ones being refurbished to year 3. But then you also got to see 6 of the Iron Banner weapons and 1 Trials weapon, and all in all, cannot wait to see the rest of them and get my hands on every single one of them to do review videos for you Guardians in the next series installment when Rise of Iron drops. But without further ado, Guardians, thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, drop a like, share it with your friends, and check out my 5K subscriber thank you video right here on the screen. That's thanking all of you guys for subscribing, and any of you that are new, subscribe for future daily Destiny content, and I'll see you all in the next video.